Sunday on Fox. Kyle Busch.
Whoa! That was big. Got loose off the corner. Had to get completely out of the gate. Oh, he's got right rear fire. Right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Cindric, or no, as Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And totals Chase Elliott's car.
Well, you saw it. He had a big time wiggle off of 4. That thing, it saw him get out of the gas. The flames came out of both sides. And then Chastain absolutely nails him on the front straightaway, turning into the 9. What a wreck. What a change of events.
Just like that. Chase Elliott had flown up through the field.
I was lucky to not get upside down.
A second.
Elliott Sadler, big run right there. You saw what he did.
Oh, around goes the 60. Austin Cindric wrecking in front of the crowd. Daniel Hemrick's caught up. Tyler Reddick, Cindric, barrel rolls.
See when you're done, Pablo.
Lands back on his wheels.
Okay, Matt Tiff trying to make a lot happen.
Joey Gase in the 35, sitting right up against
60 of Austin Cindric just wasn't on the very bottom of the racetrack. Opened up a little bit of hole that Matt Tiff you thought was there, and then you see right here the contact with Reddick. Started Cindric's flipping. That's very unusual to see a car flip that late after.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Jr. will win Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Here we go. You can see him on the bottom. Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24. Gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 50.5. And now it's just along for the run. Watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like that's 3,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. You see here, after he's upside down, the 2 is spinning. Obviously, he's already lost control, makes more contact with the 3.
Oh, the
Kyle
stepped out.
Dylan. Kyle Busch and Dylan side trouble. Car hard in the wall. 2 of them. Keselowski to the line. Caution has waved with Keselowski the leader, and crashing are Harvick, Allmendinger, Stenhouse, Truex, Labonte, and everybody else. Into the tri-oval. Contact between Truex and Allmendinger, and then Cole Witt turns Kevin Harvick up and into the wall, and Stenhouse and Allmendinger. Witt slides along and crashes with Truex. Caution is out. Race is effectively over.
Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact. Smith turned around. Tommy Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end severely torn off. He's bailing out of the car.
Carl, clean here, just slight contact. Look at that thing go.
That looks so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did, and I'm so wondering and hoping that when they put the spoiler back on these cars, they'll quit turning over like this.
Keselowski's put the window net down.
The roof flaps deployed, but it did not sit that car back down. I'm like you, Daryl. I'm going to be so glad to see that rear spoiler back on these cars.
I think that's it's got to be something to that.
That car took a hard hit in the left A pillar, the windshield post right in front of the driver.
You just see how that wing sticks out so far out the back of the car, behind the car. It almost looks, if it'll create downforce with the car going forward.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line 4th.
They can't do this for 10 laps.
Eric Jones around. Back across the field. The big one, part 2 at Daytona.
Yeah, they can't do this.
Stay high. Nice straight. Did anybody hit you there, Kel?
A horrific crash for Kyle Busch, who slid through the infield grass and went head on into the inside wall. And he is climbing from that car, and that is an unbelievable sight. Wow.
I mean, he hit that wall head on. It looked like he never even slowed down.
And you see Kyle here being tended to by medical officials. And he is alert and obviously talking, and that's a great sign.
Kyle is pushing Eric Jones, or behind Jones. Looks like there might have been some contact there.
There you see Kyle, top of your screen.
Kyle bumps into Larson, and it turns him to the left. Elliott Sadler hit there by Brendan Gaughan.
And there's the 54. You saw the impact.
Big push coming from Elliott and Keselowski. Contact! Elliott slam into the wall.
Are you kidding me?
Danica Patrick, Casey Kane.
Oh, man.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh. Took the wind out of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, that was
Elliott Kane. Here's
violent.
Danica Patrick and Kevin Harvick.
Man, Mike,
All
these
this
guys,
blocking going on.
Well, it's at the end of these stages, and everybody, I mean, it's like all of a sudden everybody says, I want to win a stage.
And Keselowski, the pre-race favorite, has the right front torn off of his car, as does David Reagan. Chase Elliott climbs out.
He's the 2 is going to go to the inside of him, and that to me is what got him turned around. Hard to see from that angle.
I just think Keselowski went up there and he got that good push. He got the push from this. I think the 78 was behind him. He dives down. He's going to, and Chase sees him and tries to block him.
Yeah, the 2 starts to make a move. The 9 reacts. They make contact.
Right now with the 42. Oh,
Whoa!
trouble.
Big crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano and Eric Almirola.
Holy smoly. Heavy damage there on Danica.
Those cars are killed.
And Almirola piling in at the last second and going up in the air. Patrick
Danica's
quickly out of her car.
Boy, she's out in a hurry.
Woo. No kidding. The thing was on fire.
And looking rather upset. Joey Logano's car is not going to make it back to the garage. Neither is Eric Almirola. The window net down on both of those cars. Signal to the safety crews the driver is okay. Now Patrick and Logano were 11th and 12th. Almirola was back in 23rd.
Oh, my back. Ah! Okay, bud. Help's coming. Just wait on him.
He's ahead. They touch! They touch! And here comes Kyle! Hamlin, Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I am not surprised. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but I'm not surprised. Denny's got his window net down. I think he's fine.
And that's a good sign to the rescue workers that he is okay.
Watch his car. Watch the back of the car. Ooh, I mean, the whole car just came up off the ground.
That's not payback. That's 2 drivers racing hard for the win and refusing to lose.
I'd fire both of them if they didn't do that.
Back straight away. He might bail right here. He's there. He's going to the inside. Oh, not much you can do there, but Gibbs is going to get some help. His teammate, Christopher Bell, the 20 car on the outside, Rick.
Yeah, the back.
Oh!
Oh, into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney. Off the nose, of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens behind him.
And it brought so many people into it. Look at all these cars. Good race cars, big impacts.
Yeah, only 6 cars have gone through already. Look at how many cars involved. Harrison Burton in the 21, who was leading earlier. The 2 of Austin Cindric. Ryan Blaney, the hood up. This one has collected a lot of cars.
See how it starts. Bad pushes start so many of these wrecks right there.
I'll be honest, I was watching that 54. He had a little bit of a wiggle before the push. If we slow it down, I saw that car just wiggle just a little bit before. It's hard to tell right there that there's like a little bit of a kind of a move where the car looks like it's getting uncomfortable and out of control. Massive.
Huge hit.
Massive
Ryan
hit.
Blaney.
You saw that wall. That wall deflected, did a great job. But look at all the damage. That is a massive impact for Blaney.
Back down, they block. The 60 goes around. Briscoe hard into the wall. And the window net coming down. He sees the flames coming out in the engine, and Briscoe.
Yeah, his window's net down. He's getting out.
Chase climbing out quickly as the safety crew gets to him.
You knew it could continue. There's no way you can race 3 wide that aggressively without somebody losing control. He hit that wall kind of at an opening where the rescue personnel come out onto the racetrack.
And now that he's out of the car, he'll sit down.
Seen a lot of big hits today. After restart, everybody's very aggressive. Contact with the 9 and the 20 in front of Briscoe, and just got into that curvature of the wall, the inside wall.
Yeah, this is going to show you just how hard this impact was.
Oh.
The car, he said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
down.
On the side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there. I don't think there's any issue with him.
Yeah, you just can't push on the left side of that rear bumper.
Well, you just can't keep pushing. He got into the 24 and just kept on pushing. But Mike, I'm telling you, I started my first racer in 1972. This was what I worried about. 1970, 45 years ago, and here we are. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
AJ tried to put the window net down to signal to the safety crews he's okay, but with the car upside down, it won't go down.
Well, the 3 cars got a lot of.
Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell.
He hit one of those cars that was upside down. I don't remember if it was Chase Elliott.
Danica sitting there, her car's torn up. I don't know how many cars are in this thing. Probably 15 of them.
The initial contact, you see Chase's car yawed out just a tiny bit in the corner.
And they got him loose.
That's all it takes.
That's the one. He was going to save it till that last little bump.
I was just going to say, AJ, just be a little patient here. We got a little ways to go yet, and you got a pretty good car. Wow.
In a moment.
This is amazing footage, folks.
Incredible camera work.
And just remember, there's a driver in every one of those cars. Watch it.
Well, that's a long, slow roll for Allmendinger. And look, both those cars end up pretty much together along with the mess that was Logano's car and Michael McDowell's. Harvick had damage in that, so did Trevor Bayne. Eric Jones, Matt Kenseth, all involved.
Oh, Suarez.
Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it.
Oh, Buscher's upside down.
I think he hooked a drain.
And there's the window net released, and Chris Buescher is seen moving inside the car. The AMR safety team is right there to his aid. And Daniel Suarez climbs out. He had a great race going tonight.
You see Suarez come up, just wasn't clear. Caught the 14, gets sideways, and here comes the impact. Hard hit. You see him spinning. The more you look at that, the whole right front suspension was broke off. I think it rolled underneath the car, and that's what flipped the car. The upper A-frame was broke. The whole right front suspension dug in.
That was Todd Gilliland, tried to go high and just didn't have enough room.
See that right front wheel dug underneath the car, and that's what dug in and caused it to start flipping. Violent crash.
You know, there's no more playing. It's time to go. It is. If I'm Kyle Busch, I'm contesting this spot.
Who has the better restart? A drag race into turn one. Oh, Kyle Busch slides and does the 78. They both go up into the wall through turn one. Caution comes out.
Lock her down. We're done.
Fighting for the spot. The 18 got loose up high. The 78 was loose down low. 78 slid up and hit the 18. They both go around. Big flames underneath the hood of Martin Truex Jr.'s car. He jumps out of it.
Just rolls up on the outside of 78. 78 gets loose, just like we saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. a minute ago. Got loose getting in the corner. Could not hold the car on the bottom. Gets in the side of the 18. Ty Dillon, great job not running into the side of Kyle Busch. This is racing. This is side by side. I know it's 49 to go, but it's side by side racing for the win. You saw the wiggle from Martin Truex Jr. He just could not hold the car on the bottom without being loose. Had to turn the car to the right or he would have spun out and got into the side of the 18. It's hard racing. It's track position racing. You have to be aggressive. You have to.
Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Run to go. Run to go.
The white flag is out.
They're going to crash.
Sauter with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down. Coming to the checkered flag, but the yellow is out. And Johnny Sauter will win the season opener at Daytona, and Chevrolet will go to victory lane for the first time in the Daytona in the Truck Series.
That is awesome to see there, guys.
Window net down and Christopher Bell coming out. A lot of people breathing a sigh of relief right there. Wow, what a ride taken by Christopher Bell. The ride taken in the 4 truck on the outside, second in line.
Peters gets bumped.
Looks like William Byron got jumped by the 86. Look at Timothy Peters on the inside as Christopher Bell tumbles down the front straightaway. Timothy all the way to the inside of the racetrack is, you know, a lot of new pavement down there, guys, and that makes such a huge difference. They don't get any grass. A lot of huge pavement scrubs off a lot of that speed.
The effects of that race car, whether it's loose or tight, depending on which side of the bumper Denny gets to. Told Denny to calm down just a little bit back there. Denny said he was just trying to learn for later.
Oh no! Big crash on the back straightaway takes out William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Harrison Burton. Oh, crap.
Somebody was upside down. Who it was.
Lap 63. Caution number 3.
I would say it's that 21 car, it looks like, by looking at the roof.
Alex Bowman's in it. Somebody took a hard shot to the rear bumper that we saw on the onboard camera. Around it went. Ross Chastain involved. Now watch the 21 up high with Brad Keselowski behind.
He's flanked off that right-hand side.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. Dang it. A lot of good cars.
Denny Hamlin with a spin there, not sure how much damage. Kyle Busch, 24 of William Byron. They're both going to get swept up in this.
Oh.
Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell gets into Burton.
Trying to move to the inside and take that spot away and take the lead away from Newman, but Newman will have nothing of it.
No, got trouble getting into 3, guys.
Joey Logano.
Big crash.
Oh, he's all tagged down. Over and over, Logano goes between 3 and 4.
No.
The car will come back to rest on all 4 tires. Heavy crash here on lap 32.
See Robbie Gordon, Martin Truex, Reed Sorensen involved in this. I looked up, saw the 20 car on the apron getting into the corner. See the crew here, they're trying to see the replay.
Take a look at transmission right now and some of the replays.
Really just kind of a stack-up effect. Like was one of them got on the brakes and kind of forced. Yeah, look at Tony Stewart just missing this crash. Man, here's where it really gets exciting. Man.
We talked about that there's nowhere to go as you come off of these corners, and when something like this happens, you make a commitment, and you've got one opportunity really to miss this wreck. Tony Stewart did a great job. Some others got caught up in. Let's drive along with Tony Stewart here. See it develop right in front of him. He actually got into the back of the 20 as he checked up.
Hard into the wall is the 43. Bubba Wallace slams the wall. That car at full speed. And that is the greatest view we could possibly see. The window net coming down. This was a massive hit.
It's in turn 1, which is the end of that long front straightaway. We talk about how fast they enter turn 1, over 200 miles an hour. When something happens.
And we've heard people talking about brake issues and having an issue with brakes. The speed at which we saw Bubba Wallace just hit that wall, it almost looked as though he didn't have brakes.
No brakes. Not a fan of this, Rick. I've seen this before. Jeff Gordon and I were here. We had a brake failure. He took that same left-hand turn. Dale, you have to assume, seeing the 43 down in the left in the grass, he's trying to do anything to slow that car down. And what a heavy impact into that safer barrier.
Well, he is, and he is right up against that wall, but he made the pass. Oh, trouble.
Hard, and the wall goes William
Byron noses in heavy.
Byron went in hard.
Matt Kenseth has piled into Byron right to the 14 car right at the end there. 24 set down here on fire. 37, the 1. That was a huge wreck.
Chris Buescher involved.
You can see William moving around a little bit.
That's Ty Dillon.
There. He's out of the car now.
Matt Kenseth, and William Byron climbs out after an incredibly hard hit.
I'm not sure what happened, but remember, William only took 2 tires.
Oh boy, they're 4 wide there.
Byron on the bottom.
He just gets loose underneath
he just
the
starts spinning out, gets into the.
Man, it just.
Oh my gosh, the car almost went over.
Just hooked, nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman? Yep.
I mean, that's 2 or 3 times I can remember.
Too many.
Remember, he was with McMurray down in Talladega when that happened.
Matt Kenseth climbs from his car. He's okay.
That much damage, that kind of impact, it sure is good to see William Byron climb out of that car.
It is, and this is hard into the outside wall, and then it gets
Dillon
rammed.
out of his car. Jamie McMurray has climbed from his number 1. Chris Buescher, moving around in his car, has not yet climbed out.
3 wide for that 3rd spot.
Stand there in the fence. Oh, there's a big crash here. Hard contact.
To the inside.
Back in front of the cars.
And hit again. Haley with a hard hit on the inside wall and then right back out in front of traffic and another car tagged him.
Ryan Vargas, I believe. Oh, man, it's good to see that. Those are some really, really hard shots that Justin took to the inside wall. You can see.
What looks to be 2 cars involved over this incident that began when 2 cars got pinched into the wall. Justin Haley, now 100 car at rest. He's laying on the ground beside of it.
AMR safety team right there to attend to Haley.
Probably laid down all of the racetrack. Safety personnel are tending to Justin Haley. Quick response there by the AMR safety team to get to Justin Haley. Made a wallop of a shot there along the straightaway. Back out like that.
He's committed on the outside of the 11 car. They make contact right there. It puts both of them in the fence. Burton way down low trying to miss the 11. This is when it gets very, very scary. All these guys doing an amazing job. Jesse in the 74 doing an amazing job, but Ryan had nowhere to go.
Switch points.
Whoa, whoa, guys. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh, my gosh.
Michael's moving around in the car. My goodness, that car just hooked, went straight in.
It did that hook and go up the hill, man.
And that was a incredibly hard impact into the safer barrier.
Look at that safer barrier right there, how it just crushed all that stuff.
That is good, though. That means that thing moved.
It's great. It's just incredible how hard it hit.
After winning the last race at Las Vegas, Ford has won here at Talladega just once. It was the first race run here back in 2006. Mark Martin took it to victory lane. Oh, contact, and around goes Todd Gilliland.
Hold your brake there. You okay, Todd?
And a big hit for the 4. Was running second.
Just let them come get you. It's done.
Crew Chief Marcus Richmond. Guess what happened?
There's the bump. Trying to get to the inside.
Yeah, and a lot of times what happens right there, you know, you saw him get the 98 truck up, and as he came up and hit him with the right front, it just takes, you just lose control of your truck, and it shoots it to the left. So he got in the back bumper of him, and that's what we were talking about earlier. When you're offset to the left like that, it makes that truck in front of you loose when you get into the left rear quarter panel. And then he got under him, and
The Fords have separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick.
Oh,
and around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece upside down in the infield.
going down the back straightaway, he makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent wreck. It's a push from the 43 car, and it's airborne. I mean, I thought that maybe it hit, you know, the road course or some curbing or something on the road course. The kink lifted that car, but it was just traveling so fast.
As third.
5 laps to go, 66 miles left, and we got a crash! Ugh. Hard contact. Noah Gragson head on into the outside wall.
Mike Snyder was in that also. That was a huge impact, guys. There's Mike Snyder needing a good run today.
You see the window net down on the 9 car. There's Myatt climbing out of his Chevrolet, shaking his head in frustration. Noah climbs out. I mean, we've seen 2 nasty hits.
He is on the left side, kind of lined up, probably trying to get a little air. Really, the 0-2 comes around before there's even any contact. The air alone seems to turn the 0-2 down the hill. And then what a huge impact for the 9 of Gragson. Then Myatt Snider makes contact as well. And as the 9 continues to spin, now he comes back down into traffic for some more hits. So great to see Noah get out.
Yeah, these guys coming in behind him, they just can't get slowed down.
Not only does that car absorb the impact into the outside wall, but also the fuel cell. What a shot to the back of that car as he comes down the track, and the fuel cell keeping all of that fuel inside.
Well, Brandon Jones may have gotten a little contact.
Yeah, I agree. A little damage on the right front.
The 24, and around goes the 77 of Jones, almost up over the wall as they hit hard.
Matt Kenseth.
The 20 of Kenseth involved, as is the 1 of McMurray. A big wreck coming out of turn 2.
Inside, watch your inside. All right, we're rolling, guys. 4 flat.
And now the red is being displayed as the cars are stopped in turn 2.
You see they're coming off turn 2, and Eric Jones, car gets loose, puts a little bit too much wheel back to the right, and basically head on into the wall, and then major impact behind, got him up in the air.
I think that was Daniel Suarez perhaps that made the first impact. It looked like the 19 car, that orange and white car.
But as we mentioned, the 20 involved, the 1 of Jamie McMurray, both involved in the playoffs, part of the round of 12.
There's the big hit right there from the 20 car. You see Jimmy Johnson on the left-hand side of the screen sliding through.
Man, it's very good to see Eric Jones get out. That was a big, when those turn back to the right, look at this at real speed. Look how big this impact is right here.
On the outside, getting a great shove from Justin Allgaier. Bell got one from Busch, but it's going to be Reddick that'll get the fender out in front. Side by side into 2. They make contact. Reddick and Bell hard into the outside wall. Everybody races to their inside, and just a sledgehammer shot into the safer barrier as the front 2 crash with 8 laps to go at the Brickyard.
Sorry.
Side by side heading down into turn 1. They are connected to the 20 wiggles. I don't think really Reddick did anything long, nor did Christopher Bell that was actually into turn 2. He tries to get on the door of the 20, which is, I think, what Reddick has to do. That's how you win the race. And Christopher Bell stays in the gas because that's what he has to do. And it's just not enough grip in the 20 car. You see the wiggles as he goes up the racetrack. Guess what? Reddick's there. So Reddick may have said on the radio that he took responsibility. I don't blame him at all. I'm blaming the 20, but it's not like he meant to. He just lost control of his car down there at the bottom.
Really very similar to what we saw a little bit ago with Austin Cindric and Brandon Jones, right? Car on the outside, kind of takes the air off the car on the inside, and car on the inside loses grip.
Trouble already.
Cars around and stacked up into the wall. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Juan Pablo Montoya, and Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, it looked like the 42 might have got into Ricky Stenhouse in that 17 car.
Yeah, it looked like they were funneling down into turn 1. Not sure if Ricky came down or whether Juan Pablo went up and got to the left rear, but definitely turned him around.
Yeah, as I watched them fan out and go down, we talked about the start and restart.
Everything's destroyed.
400-mile race that you could show a little bit more patience down into that first corner.
Montoya has a lot of damage as well.
Stenhouse started 17th. Montoya started 19th. Matt Kenseth started 24th.
I saw Montoya really go to the inside here early. After he crosses his start-finish line, look at him jump out then. He's getting a big push there. Of course, they're fanned out 3, 4 wide at least getting down in here. Let's see if Montoya slips up or if Stenhouse comes down. Yeah, racing.
We're definitely fighting over real estate.
And certainly Montoya is not down on the yellow line, but he didn't have any extra room there either. Carrying a lot of speed down in there, even though they're just getting through the gears and up to speed.
Really late block from Chase Elliott. I think fortunate to get away with that.
How about Alex Bowman in the 88? He gets a shove. He's going to go sideways right in front of the pack. The 48 caught up, and the 9 is caught up. The caution has come out. He got a big shove right into the front of the pack. The 42 of Kyle Larson, he is there. The 11 is caught up. And flames coming out from underneath the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Alex Bowman up front, blocking, trying to stay up front, got a huge shove, and it sent him down low and then right up in front of the pack. Martin Truex Jr. also caught up.
Martin Truex Jr. been riding around all day trying to avoid this wreck. Ended up getting in it. We saw obviously Alex Bowman talking about all the guys that need points.
Huge playoff implications. We knew it was going to happen at Talladega. It was going to stir up the playoffs. We didn't know when. We didn't know how, but we were all sure there was going to be a moment.
Yeah, look at how much.
Right here, 22 being pushed. Goes to the inside. Alex trying to block. They make contact. Around Alex goes. That's what we're talking about with blocking. You know, blocking is one of the things you have to do. You also have to know when you can't do it. But if you don't block, you're not going to win this race. It's just a difficult decision to make.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive and block, but you also have to realize, I guess, when the run is so massive behind you, you're just not going to win.
How much damage Chase Elliott get right here? Car goes around. Not sure he ever hit anything. They're coming to the line with 2 to go.
That's our first look at it. And,
yeah, you're right. Started up top, 11:54.
Yeah, to me, I mean, just with everybody pushing hard in that outside lane, everybody has to really be in sync. You got to be nose to nose, tail to tail, and be pushing. And if you get just off a little bit, you're going to hook somebody.
Yeah, it looked like to me that 54 had a little bit of a run there, and Hemrick was trying to side draft the middle lane and didn't realize the 54 was making a move and just too late getting back up. I'd like to see it again and just...
I'm curious about Ryan Sieg, too. That's him in the 38, the pink and black car outside.
Yeah, he's giving Ty a good shove there. Yeah, I think that Ty was just kind of using that run that he got from Ryan. Then the 11 kind of came up and trying to keep that momentum.
Yeah, there's times when you get a run with the guy pushing from behind, and then you just got to still tuck back in line.
And it's hard to tell right there. Sieg could have got the 54 a little loose before that, and he might have just been trying to catch it and made the 11 feel like he had to make a move.
Jamie McMurray leading. Here's the first move. Oh, trouble. Dillon gets turned around into the middle of the pack. Casey Mears is the one that hit him. Caution is out. Race is over.
All good, guys. All good.
Here's Stenhouse. You can see right there. He's already making contact with Dillon's bumper.
Wow, looked like Dillon might have just turned around. Yeah, it might have just been there. Wow, what contact that was. It had just been the air coming across the back that got him loose.
Kurt Busch. Whoa.
Oh, Suarez into the wall off of Briscoe.
Long time. That's a tough day, you know. And
yeah, it looked like Briscoe was going to be able to get to the outside right at the last minute. McDowell came up, kind of made him pull on the wheel, try to get underneath of him. When he did, he got loose and unfortunately collected Daniel Suarez. It was minding his own business.
I wonder if he jumped out of it.